Welcome back to another episode of Quantity Radio Podcast, and I am your host, Big Quan, not the little one, and I'm here today with a repeat offender. We we got Miss June Baby in the building. How you doing, lady?
I'm good.
You doing good?
Yeah.
Doing good. We've had you on before. You were such a wonderful guest. And you back on again today to talk about some things a little bit more serious. So I am going to give a trigger warning. This episode will contain conversations around domestic violence and abuse. So I just want to give that as a disclaimer. So please prepare yourself emotionally. If you need to make other arrangements, please do that before we start this conversation. So let's catch up first. How have you been? What have you been up to? How has life been for you these past couple weeks? Let's catch me up on some things.
I've been to myself. Away from the outside world, away from everybody's opinions, and just being in tune with me, getting back to who I am, figuring out who I am as a person and what I desire and my worth.
Okay. Just figuring out, just like a reset kind of for yourself. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I do have a new segment on the show. It's called Authenticity. So this is where I'm going to ask you to give me something that people don't really know about you. It could be a fun fact. It can be something serious or, whatever you want to reveal about yourself that pertains to authentically being yourself.
I guess I would say I'm really a loner for real. And a lot of people don't know that. They think that I like to be in everybody's face and stuff, but it's a I have to be type thing due to the type of entertainment business that I'm in and what I do. So, yeah.
So you're a loner. You like to be alone. You're an introvert, basically. Mm-hmm. And you be outside because it's part of the job. Like, it's part of the industry. It's part of, like, you rapper, influencer, creative. You kind of have to put yourself out there to be seen, but you rather not be seen.
If I could, I'd be behind a wall, closed off.
Yeah.
In my bubble, never having to see the world. If I could.
I feel you on that. It's like, we got to do things because we have to. And I feel like, all right, other than that, you catch me at home with a hot meal and watching my TV show.
No, for real. Yes, for sure.
Yes. Okay, so we are going to talk about some things that you've been through, some not so pretty things, some things that are going to bring awareness to domestic violence survivors, people that's going through the exact same thing that you went through. I want to start out with sharing who you were before this relationship started.
Oh goodness, already I'm about to.
It's okay.
Ugh. I was a sweet person. I was secure. I didn't really question myself, or it's like I already knew who I was. Like, I knew I was that girl, and I'm just like a total different person now. Like,
it's okay. It's okay.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
And I want you to take your time when you answer these questions. It's no rush.
Yeah.
I want you to be as comfortable and open as you are willing to be.
I hate this.
With you knowing that you were that girl and how this relationship has changed you, I would say what moment made you feel like you're not yourself anymore?
When I start getting questioned a lot about my sexuality, being told that I was lying about who I was and that they knew who I were, and it's okay, just be honest, like,
It made you start to question yourself.
yeah, it made me start questioning myself, like, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, because when you get with somebody, they don't question who you are. And it's not an easy thing, of course, but it's not hard. Relationships are not hard, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that it comes with its obstacles, but the type of things that I went through, it was just not normal.
Okay. How did this relationship begin? I know, like, where did you guys maybe meet, or just how did the attraction between the two of you first start? Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't always like this. You know, it started off on a positive note. So, what was like the initial attraction and how you guys met?
We met on Tammy, the lesbian app, and we both liked each other, and it was like an instant connection. Like, you know, I had talked to a few other people on there, and it really was nothing. Like, we exchanged info and stuff like that, but it really wasn't like her. Like, and when we started texting and stuff, you know, getting to know each other, and it was basically like I felt the same way she felt, and then she was just like, you talking to anybody else on here? And I was like, I was. And I was like, but I think I might be done. Like, you know, throwing out that whole little feel, because it's like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but she was like, oh, well, that's dead. Cut it off. Like, you mine's now. So I'm like, okay, like, you pushing up, you know, like, you know.
Pushing the line. We think it's cute.
Right. I thought it was cute. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. And so then we exchanged numbers, and we just talked every day. Talked on the phone. And because I had because before I also met her, I had went through an abortion. I did. And I know it was a girl. For some odd reason, when I met her, she had a daughter. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, like instantly the first time we FaceTime, her baby was in the camera.
Yeah.
And she was just like, you're so pretty. Like, the baby just kept saying that, like, you're so pretty, you're so pretty. Like, can you do my makeup? And they both just was, like, staring at me, like, you know, like, and I just let somebody see me put my wig on, my makeup. It was just like, oh, I must really like you, because you getting to see, plus I'm not bald-headed. But it's just like, you get to see who I am without all of this on. You know, I was getting ready for my birthday photo shoot at the time, and she's seeing like, oh, this girl know how to do her own makeup, her own hair, like, you know, and she just kept saying, you so beautiful, like, you so pretty. And I'm, you know, just from there, we just talked every day. And so just from there, we just couldn't wait to see each other. Like, it was just one of those, like, oh, I can't wait to meet you, like, actually face to face and not over FaceTime, just in person. Like, and then when that happened, we just couldn't stop staring at each other. It was just like, oh my God, like, you even cuter in person. Like, and I didn't have no makeup on. I was so nervous. I'll never forget, I called my twin. And she like, what's wrong with you? I said, oh my God, I'm finna go meet the girl. And she was like, for real? And I was like, yes. And you know, I don't have no makeup on. This is, oh my God. And then I couldn't find the outfit. It was just like so much was going wrong. And I just kept nitpicking at myself about every little thing. And she was like, girl, you look good. Like, stop. You need to chill out.
You're trying to be perfect.
Yes. And so she was just like, relax. And then we met up at this Mexican restaurant. And we both got all around tent, so you can't see nothing. Mm-hmm. So we pull up, and she bounce out, and you could tell she nervous. She's sweating a little bit, and I get out, and I'm sweating. I'm like, okay, girl, I gotta hang up. She coming, right? So I bounce out. We look at each other, and she like, damn, you hella pretty in person, like
with no makeup.
And so I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, thank you. So I kind of like did like the little brush it off a little bit, and she was just sweet, opening doors, you know, wasn't used to that either. And we sat down at the restaurant, and we was just talking, like, instantly but she wouldn't stop staring at me, and I just was like, what is you looking at? Like, and she was just like, nothing, you pretty, like, you real pretty or whatever. So, yeah.
Okay. So everything started off on a good note. When did you start to notice red flags? Like, I know sometimes red flags can just be small. We ignore them because it's like, oh, well, you, like you said in the beginning, like, oh, like, you're mine. Like, cut that off. Like, oh, that's cute. And that's something that could be like a red flag. So we'll, like, even me as well, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute. Like, I like that. But that could be like a red flag. So what else did you notice that was red flags that you overlooked that should have been paid more attention to?
Oh, Lord. Me and my best friends and my best friend and her partners, we all went on a cruise. This was my first time going on a cruise, and not theirs or whatever. I told her, I'm like, I'm going on a cruise with my best friend. It's her birthday, because both our birthdays are back to back. And she was like, oh, okay. I felt like she kind of wanted to show me who she really was, but was kind of like trying not to. And then as I'm going and on my way, everything is good because I'm able to talk to you. I'm able to text you. I'm able to pick up and FaceTime you. I'm not knowing when you get on a boat that the reception is a little different and all of that. And so, because I want to talk to her still, I'm like, how do I put Wi-Fi on my phone? Like, what can I do? Because I want to send her pictures. She loves me sending her pictures, and she does the same with me. And so they like, oh, girl, it's $80. Just go put it on your card. So then I do that, and I'm instantly like, oh, babe, I put money on my phone so I could talk to you and my son. And so she like, okay. But for some odd reason, I don't know what it was, I wasn't getting the calls and the text messages as soon as she was sending, but it was saying deliver on her end, but I wasn't getting them. And so while we all trying to have fun on the boat, she instantly started calling me hella bitches. And I'm like, you okay? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, where that coming from? Because I know you fucking somebody on a cruise. And I'm just like, where is this coming from? Like, what kind of girl do you even think I am? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm confused. Like, this is my first time being on a cruise and me enjoying my friends and we all trying to have fun together. And so she's like, that's what people do on there. And I'm like, what?
Like,
what is you on? Like, so at that moment, I'm like, well, maybe she just missed me. So that was when I overlooked it. And so my friends and their sisters was like, give me the phone. She need to know. All you do is talk about her. All you do is this. Everything you do is revolve around her. You step away to have a conversation and da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, I guess. So they like, girl, bye. Like, she really like you. Like, she really, really like you. Like, I've never seen her like this before. And so she was like, okay. Like, so she would chill out a little bit. And so we communicating and stuff. And it even got to the point where I fell asleep, on FaceTime with her on the boat. Like, reassurance. I'm giving reassurance. Like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, like, then I told her, I'm like, once we land back, I'm going to drive straight to your house.
Yeah.
And so she like, okay, cool. No sleep. I end up driving partial back, or if I'm not mistaken, all the way back, because my best friend drove to, where we boarded at. Still talking to her on the way and everything. And I'm thinking everything good. Like, maybe it was just assumption or something like that. And maybe we could just talk about it in person.
Yeah.
But it didn't stop. Even after that. It just continued and it continued. And I just kept looking over it because I'm like, I really like her. Maybe it was just something she's been through. Like, I've been through stuff too. And I try not to, like, come into a situation from your past situations, bringing those problems that you've dealt with people, or maybe I could have put somebody through something, you know what I'm saying, and I didn't realize it. But knowing that I was like full-fledged giving my all in that situation, wasn't entertaining nobody, and it just seemed like she would find something in every little thing that I did and say I was doing the total opposite, and it was never that.
That really sucks, like, because I know how that feels. You try to reassure somebody, it's something from their past, or this happened, and it's like, if this person has that in their mind that this is what's going on, that's what's in their mind, like, right. That's what's going on. And it's like, you got to try to make them see it. You try, and it's just like, I'm trying my best to help you see that I'm not this person that you think I am because of what you went through.
Right.
And it's hard. Like, it's really hard. But when you really love that person, you're willing to go through that and make this person see because you
Right.
really care about the relationship. So I understand where you're coming from with you trying and just trying to overlook it because you cared about her.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
did you think it would change?
I did.
Yeah.
I thought, I ain't gonna lie, I even told her, I'm like, I'll move out here by you. You know, make it a little bit better. Maybe that'll help. And she was all for it and everything at first. And then, like, as the person that she had a baby by, I guess found out about me, my name, and start digging. But you digging and the facts wasn't real facts. And so you were running back trying to, like, be malicious about me with things that you knew would trigger her because you had been in a previous relationship with her as well.
So she
and
know.
already knew the type of things she didn't like. So it's like you coming back with things that were false about me. And instantly she just was like, you like niggas, you hoe, you sell pussy, you do this, you do that. I'm like, what? Like, I say, you can Google my real name or nothing. There's no ad about me. Like, I don't get it. Like, really, where is this coming from? Mind you, when I first met her, I told her I was from where I was from. So it's like, I'm not finna lie to you. But even when you tell people, like, my real name, my government name, or they see who I am, my name ain't bad out here. Like, the stuff that other women may have been through, or it was never me. It's never, ever been me. I've never been that type of female. Like, I carry myself very well. The most I go through is drama in my relationships because me and my partners don't get along or because they feel some type of way. So they run to the internet about our business. But it's never been like that.
So her child's mom was trying to sabotage y'all relationship. Do you think that's because that she wanted to be with her, or just she didn't want to see her happy at all?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, she showed me messages, showed texts. I heard things. We both was like very open. So I knew in the beginning that we were both all in, and I knew that she really was like giving me her time and really liked me. And I ain't gonna lie, she fell in love with me just when I fell in love with her. It was like love at first sight. And so it's just like soon as their child went back saying my name, that's when things went bad. Because I developed a relationship with the child and the child liked me. But where she went wrong is you lied about who I was when you should have just been honest from the beginning instead of making the situation more tougher. And so it made her dig, but I don't know. I never will actually probably really know the whole situation, but I do know when things started going left completely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so that happened. You trying to reassure her. The child's mother gets involved and saying malicious things about you, trying to sabotage you guys' relationship. Were you able to overcome that part, and did it start to get better before it got worse?
For a very long time, I would just sit back and just listen to her. And I would be like, if you want to know something, you could just ask me.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, if I was a hoe or I sold pussy, I would have told you. You know, that's just me. Like, I'm a Gemini. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. Like, I don't sugarcoat or like even lying to people. You know, I will lie if I feel like it's gonna hurt your feelings, but me doing something that I used to do, I'm gonna tell you. Or, hey, if this is my current income, I'm all out with it, legs open. You know, I'm gonna just tell you. But it was just lies all around the border. And it upset me because it just kept being said. And so I end up becoming so emotional is because I'm like, I'm not about to allow you to keep making me feel like this is what I'm really doing or this is the person that I am when that ain't even me at all. Like, at all.
I mean, that's tough to deal with. So it's like you dealing with that and struggling with having this imprinted in your brain that people keep putting this on your name. So I'm having to deal with trying to make you happy, trying to reassure you, trying to, reassure myself, like, you know, am I really wanting to be in this relationship? Did you have second guesses about this relationship during that time?
Yeah.
Or were you were still just like, I'm all in, I'm gonna keep going?
I even share my location.
Yeah.
On my phone. She even told me that she said people know how to share their location and change where they start and where they...
See,
and I'm like,
we're not doing that.
I'm like, if that's possible, then that's a lot to do. And I don't have time to do that. Like, I'm not... If I'm sitting here, like, trying to prove to you something, why would I go through those measures?
That's a lot.
And lie and say I'm somewhere I'm not. Like,
that's a lot.
I even got 2 phones. If one phone die, I'm calling you on the other one. So it was never like... It was never nothing like that.
So, how did this start to affect your self-esteem? Like, going through this, in those phases of uncertainty with this relationship and going through the abuse in this relationship, how did it affect your self-esteem as a woman, as an individual?
I became more private. I got quiet. I didn't have a voice. I didn't feel like anything I would say even mattered. Mm-hmm. I felt like at that moment, like, I just needed to shut up and listen. And then maybe eventually she would stop accusing me of stuff and it would go away. But it was always the baby mama saying this, saying that, saying this, saying that. We would literally be out eating and enjoying ourselves. And it would just be like, how is this even happening? Like, where is this coming from? This woman hates me this much, but don't really know me. Like, I don't get it. Like, I didn't even care to even know who she was because I felt like, yes, this is the mother of your child, but when you're ready and if this is something that we're really doing, then the proper time's going to come when we meet if this is a real relationship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it won't be nothing that's hidden or it won't be a bunch of lies.
My thing is, and this is just me, like, off of podcast mode, like, why was she so hell-bent on listening to her, like, the child's mom? Like, why was she so hell-bent? Why did that opinion even matter so much to her to where she's questioning y'all relationship and they don't have any dealings with each other? It's like, why are you believing this person over me, the person that you're laying with?
And that's what I said. I said, to me, it just don't make sense. I said, you know, I'm not gonna lie. A couple of my friends that I had prior to being with her, I lost friends too once me and her got together. But people was trying to warn me because she's well known. Like, people know her in our community, in the lesbian community. And so I didn't listen because I'm not the type, I don't know what it is about me. I don't know if it's a Gemini thing. I don't know if it's if I like you and I want to find out on my own type thing because I don't want to listen to what somebody else is telling me. But at the same time, I just was like, I ain't gonna lie. I told her, I said, I've heard about you. You know, I said that when we did meet up at the dinner. And she was like, what you hear about me? And I was like, you know, I heard so-and-so, you know, and this happened and you was with certain people and this took place. And she was like, oh, it's 2 sides to a story. Like, you know, like, you can't believe everything you hear. And it definitely didn't go that way. So at that moment, I felt a relief. I'm not going to lie, I did. Because it made me feel like, well, yeah, it is 2 sides to a story, you know, and it always is a reaction to a reaction. Mm-hmm. Plus, she wasn't that tall, so I didn't think much about it. Like
you ain't doing nothing. You a little short.
Not even like that, but I'm just like, not even to say it like that, but I just looked at it like, well, I mean, shit, if something happened, I could take her. Yeah. You know? Like, no, but I'm being funny,
she
but
like, I can really just take you down
like,
if I wanted to.
Like, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie. Really, to be honest with you, I felt like it was something that I was going to be able to get through with this person because I'm like, I know what I bring to the table. I know who I am. Maybe we were sent to each other for a purpose and a reason. So I felt like, you know what? Because I told her the stuff I had been through. But my grandmother used to always tell me, do not tell people what you went through in previous relationships because
they're going to try to be
they're just going to use that against you and then they're going to look at it as a weakness as well. So I feel like that's where I went wrong. I explained to her stuff I went through. I told her me and my ex, we wasn't on bad terms. We really just didn't talk like that. We really didn't end bad, but she used that and because I'm known, it's not hard. All you got to do is say my name that everybody know me by, get the questioning people. They going to be like, oh, she used to talk to this person. So she start watching people's pages, and it was crazy. Like, when I tell you crazy, I mean crazy. Like, I even was supposed to go with my best friend because while we was on the cruise, she met somebody on there. And that was what she did, you know?
Yeah.
And she thought because she met somebody that I met somebody and our other friend met somebody and we was just all on there, but wasn't nobody on there doing nothing. So that's what really just made me mad. And so I'm not gonna lie, my best friend is with that guy still to this day. She said, girl, I don't understand how you was in a relationship and in love with somebody prior to me and y'all not together no more and I'm still with somebody who I met after.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because all he was trying to do was introduce me to business where they stay at. And I told her that. And she was like, oh, you ain't going to do that messing with me. So at that moment, I just dropped everything. I'm like, you know what? If you don't want me to go, I won't go.
And that's where that sounds like where the solitude started coming in. I'm just not gonna do nothing because every time I do something, it's gonna make you upset. Or
it's gonna make it a problem.
Have assumptions, or you gonna. So I'm just not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing. So I won't be nothing.
Right. And so then the crazy part about it was, out of nowhere, she started sending me screenshots of people that I had not ever seen. And so I'm like, where did you get this picture from? And she like, you think I don't know that this is who you was messing with on the boat and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, huh? She like, yeah, the girl popped the bottle. And I'm like, well, thank you for showing me because we was all in different suites. Like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. My hand is up to God. When I tell you she was sending me stuff I hadn't even seen, this girl literally clicked on my best friend's boyfriend's page. I don't even know how you even found that man's page. Went through his highlights and found his best friend. And then went through her highlights and seen her and was like, that's who you slept with on the boat. And I said, do you know me and this girl have never met?
That's I don't know. That's just crazy. That's all I can really say. That's just crazy because you going through all that trouble to still be wrong.
It even took my best friend saying, you tripping, because she's never met that person. Like, she was literally just going with me and we was just trying to help her do something. Like, no, like, you're tripping. She's a rapper. Like, they know people. They're trying to connect her with people so she can get herself out there. And I was very appreciative of it. Plus, I wanted a vacation.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, okay, yeah, like, this would be a good thing. It was a no-go. At that moment, I knew you basically putting your life on hold for this person. But then I offered her to come. I'm like, why don't we just go down? We'll meet them down there. That way you can see it ain't like what you think. And went left still. She still just felt from there, you a liar, you a cheater, and you just be with your friends so you can mess with they friends. And it's like, no.
That's probably what, I don't know. But sometimes when people accuse you so much of something and it's an insecurity and it's also they're doing something and you're putting it off on me because it's messing and it's eating up at your conscience.
Yeah.
So you need somebody to put it off on. Therefore, you're going to put on the person that's closest to you, which happens to be your partner. And that's what happens oftentimes. So this relationship, what impact did it have on your relationship with your family? I know you said you lost friends. How did your family feel about you being in a relationship with this person?
I lied to them about who she was and what was going on. They never knew anything. They never knew nothing I was going through. Not my son and not my mom. Everybody, because certain people had my location. So they was like, why when you go over there, you turn it off and, you know, or I don't know where you are, or like certain people that just knew, or like I even had days I was over there and I would call people when me and this person would start drinking. And that's when it went left sometimes, and she would tell me to get out of her house. And it's like, I'm drunk. I can't just get in my car and leave. Like, where am I supposed to go? And she didn't care. She just wanted me out. She was mad. Like, just get out. And majority of the time, it would happen while we were sleeping together. And so for me, it just mentally, like, fucked me up. Because I didn't know. I had never been through nothing like that before. And so I didn't even know how to talk to nobody about it. Like, I didn't know how to come to terms with it, because all my years when I had came out about my sexuality, I did go to my mom about my problems or my friends. And I just felt like they got tired of always hearing me as something. It was always something. It was never positive. And so it just got frustrating for me. And so I just didn't call. Or when they would call me, I would answer on FaceTime or on speaker. So that it was a reassuring thing for her.
It's okay.
Can I get another napkin, please? My bad. I'm sorry.
So just, did that kind of make them, so like you said, they didn't know anything that was going on. They didn't know. They just thought she was this good person, and you guys had a great relationship, and you felt like you said from previous relationships, you didn't want to bring no more problems to them. Like, oh, it's always something. So it's like you kind of wanted to protect yourself and the relationship as well, too, to make it seem like it was going great, but it really wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Like, I just was tired of hopping from person to person, or giving myself to this person and having to learn another person, or giving my body to someone new. Like, for me, it was a lot. It was really a lot. And it just, I'm not gonna lie, like, I got real private. Like, nobody knew nothing. I wasn't telling nobody. But my two girl best friends.
So somebody did know about how she was treating you.
Yeah. Two people really knew. Well, three. But they was just like, girl, you need to get out of that situation. You deserve so much better. And I would be like, I know, but I love her. Like, I'm trying to help her. Like, I want to help her. And they just kept saying, who go help you? Like, they just didn't see it ending well. And it didn't end well.
Did she use, like, manipulation to try to keep you because was there a moment where you tried to leave and she wanted you to stay?
No, the crazy part about it was the first time when she asked me to leave, I did find somewhere to go. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I had on lingerie. I didn't even know where I was gonna go. And I called a friend, and I'm like, can I just come lay down at your house? Like, I'm drunk, and I don't want to just be on the road and get pulled over. And so I called her that next morning, and she was like, why did you leave? And I'm like, huh? Like, what do you mean? You told me to leave your house, right? Like,
yeah.
I thought you didn't want me here. She was like, no, but I didn't want you to actually leave. But she starts saying some messed up things to me, like, get out, you're not even my type. Like, you ain't even all that cute. Like, it was just like...
And was she drinking when she said this
too? It was always when she was drinking. Mm. Like, I never got any of this when she was not drinking.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was 2 shots, 3 shots. It was just like, maybe alcohol just ain't for you, because that's when I feel like I seen the bad side of her.
Yeah.
Because she was a sweetheart when she wasn't under the influence.
That's a lot. That is a lot to deal with, and it takes me back to a situation that I experienced as well, going through that, and you see this other side of this person when they would drink liquor. when they would be under the influence is just like, who is this? Like, how are you saying these things to me? But when you're not under the influence, it's peaches and cream. It's everything's like a fairy tale. And as soon as that other side comes out, it's just like, that's deeply embedded within that person.
Right.
And maybe they use alcohol. She used alcohol to escape certain things. Or to keep things down, and when she drank, it all came out too at the same time, and then you just happened to be right there, and that's what happened.
But it would happen. I had to stop making excuses, making it seem like, oh, maybe it's just the liquor. Because even when she wasn't, and I would start realizing it was like,
It was still there.
maybe it's really, and I'm not saying this to, I don't know, it had to be a mental thing going on, because she would tell me, like, if you ever had my mom number and we were getting into it and it ever got physical, she's the only person voice I would stop for. And I'm like, okay. And she was like, anybody else could not stop me. And I for the life of me, I could never figure out why, because at this moment I had not dealt with the physical part yet. It was just the verbal and the emotional part. So I'm like, okay, you're giving me a heads up at least, you know. And so then all of a sudden I met the family. And then, you know, they were so welcoming and sweet and stuff like that. And it was like, okay, like, you know, everything's good. Like, I don't want to say everything's good, but I'm like, okay, like, we taking steps, you know. And it just seemed like right after that, she wasn't drinking. And I'll never forget the day she got out the shower and felt however she felt and bent the corner from her shower to her room and came in the room so fast. And I'm looking at my phone and I'm not knowing that it's finna actually happen. Like, the physical is about to start happening. And she just came in that room and was like, you follow this person on social media. And I'm like, huh? Like, not saying it like that, but I have 11.7K followers. You know, majority of the time, if I'm following somebody, I've done business with them or I know them.
Or you've been following them.
Right, for a long time.
Yeah.
So she was just like, oh, that's so-and-so baby daddy. And that's so-and-so baby daddy and my ex's friend. And I'm like, you thinking that deep about it? I'm like, okay. She like, well, why he don't follow you? And I'm like, huh? I'm like, I've been knowing these people for years. Like, where is this coming from? And when I tell you, before I can even get a word out, she like, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. We've never been on that type of time to go through each other's phones. Like, I was so confused. Before I could say, wait, huh? She hit me in my face and climbed on top of me and was just yelling. Wasn't drunk or nothing. And I'm just like, I curled up into a ball and just cried because I was so confused that I was literally dealing with this person this whole time. And the red flags was there, but I was just like, oh, they're gonna change, thinking that it ain't physical yet, but hello, the mental part is there. The verbal part is there. Why are you not seeing that God is giving you signs? Like, What more do you need? And I grabbed whatever I could and just ran out her house. She never once came after me. She never once called me, texted me, seen if I was okay. Just went about her day and went to the football game. Wow. Like, nothing was wrong.
So, where was your mind at, like, when she did that? It was like, I just can't believe, like, this is happening. Like you said, you saw all the signs and everything like that, but it's like when she actually physically came at you, was it like, okay, like, this is it, like, I gotta get away from her, like, I have to end this?
At that moment, I was lost. I'm not gonna lie, I was in my mind, like, what did you do wrong? Like, where is this coming from? Like, what happened? Like, what did you do? I kept saying, what did you do? At that moment, that's when I started double thinking. like, what is going on? What is going on? And I got so upset and frustrated because I was really so confused. Like, I really just got socked in my eye for nothing. Like, and I don't even understand what's going on. And it was, at that moment, I drove for so long and cried. And just cried and cried. Kept looking at my phone like, she not gonna text me. She not gonna call. She not gonna nothing.
You looking for something that she cares, like,
Yeah.
about what you just did to me.
And it was nothing. It was really nothing. Like, it was like, yep. And at that moment, I felt like, oh, I'll do it again too. That's how I felt. So I'm not gonna lie. I let hours go by, and I text her, and I said, "You really not gonna see if I'm okay? Like, you're not gonna say nothing? Like, what made you do that?" She didn't say anything, and then she started responding and was like, "I should have blacked both of your eyes." And I'm just like, what's wrong with you? And it was just like, I'm telling you, I don't even know. Like, at that moment, I knew, like I kept saying just now, something was going on up there. Because for a person to really just think it's okay to just be abusing people and mentally and verbally just doing it, and truthfully, she was talking to a bunch of girls while I was just talking to her this whole time. Phone was ringing, text messages was coming through, but she was showing me like, oh, I'm not talking to the girl no more. Once I start talking to you, it was nothing. They just be on me because I'm a vibe. And it's like, it's more to life than that. Like, I thought we was doing something here. Like, I was confused. And then I just didn't talk to her for a whole month.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I did text her. I did text her after a month, and I reached out because I did miss her, and I'm thinking like maybe she changed. Maybe she'll feel sorry for what she did. Truthfully, she didn't. She never apologized. Again, she said, I should have blacked both of your eyes.
She said that again.
Again. And my dumb ass went back, and we was still good. It was like from the beginning, everything was good. Everything was gravy. I seen the baby. The baby missed me. But I could tell some weird stuff was going on because the child even started treating me different. And I didn't, at that time, I felt like maybe the child's mom also was part of that. Like telling her, she was telling the baby like, no other women allowed. So the baby would come to her house, and the things that we would do with her, she started acting weird too. But I'm thinking like, maybe she's just a child. Like, you know, maybe she just want to be with you alone. I didn't think much about it. And so then she asked her daughter, like, who told you to say that? Like, who told you to act like that? Because you don't normally treat her like that. Like, what's wrong? And she actually sat down with the baby and asked her. And the baby said, my mommy said no other girls allowed, just me and you. And I was like,
here we go again.
Right, like, I don't know.
When did you know it was time to leave? And how did you do it? How did you make your exit plan when it was time to leave?
I didn't know. I thought by going back the second time that it was going to be better. I was testing the waters though, but still like on my toes, just in case I needed to be ready for whatever at this moment because of what you did. And it was nothing, like you didn't feel no type of way. I didn't know. And still to this day, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I don't want nobody to probably feel like, oh, you stupid, you dumb, because, you know, I still got love for the person and, you know, hoping one day they still will change, but I know we can never be again because I know I'm probably never going to get no apology. I know deep down you probably feel like I was doing what you thought.
Yeah.
And that it was okay. I never got to that point. But somebody asked me to leave, I'll leave your house. And that's what it was the last time I seen her. She came up with an excuse about something that I had posted, made it be about my ex, and then was like, I just want to be outside. And I was like, huh?
But she just wanted to go do her.
She wanted to go do her. And I was like, what? And that was it.
I think no one thinks that, oh, you're stupid, you're dumb, like, you went back. It's hard to leave someone when you've invested time, your feelings are really involved, you're in love with this person,
Right.
and you feel like since you love this person so much and you're giving them your all, that they can change. I could love them into this. I can love them past this.
Right.
And that's just the heart of a good woman. That's just the heart of a good person. And there's nothing wrong with you. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are amazing. And that situation that you had to go through was just nothing but God opening your eyes to see that you don't deserve that. Those things that you've been through in the past, you don't deserve that. And you are more than that. And he's brought you out of that and still bringing you through that to become the powerhouse that you're about to become. And that person does not no longer have no power or control over you. You have been released from that situation. And it's okay to still care for that person. It's okay to still love that person because it was genuine.
Mm-hmm.
That love that you have for her is genuine and still is.
Very much so.
But it's on that person to work on themselves and to get themselves together and to deal with what they're going through internally with themselves.
Right.
So if she do come back around and things like that, she does change, then that's good for her. But I always want you to put yourself first. Because in that situation, you couldn't help it, but you did. You put this person before you.
Yeah, I did. And
it cost you your self-esteem and to not be who you know yourself to be.
Right.
And I just want you to get back to being you. And with that, how are you getting back to being yourself? And how are you with forgiving yourself? I know it's hard to sometimes forgive the other person, especially when they're not asking for forgiveness. But how has it been forgiving yourself and healing? I know you're still in your healing process. So what are you doing to help you heal through this?
To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just taking it day by day, honestly. I am living for me right now, making me happy. But I did develop insomnia, so I have a hard time sleeping at night. And I have dreams about those triggering days all the time. And I don't trust people. I don't trust nothing. Anybody that tries to talk to me, I turn them away, or I just don't respond. Or I'd be like, what do you want from me? Who sent you? Like, and I feel like that's just horrible to even be saying, but I just have no interest of relationship right now or interest in talking to nobody. Like, I'm just dealing with myself right now, trying to figure out what is it that is my calling or what am I supposed to be doing, because I spent a lot of time trying to make someone else happy, but I forgot about me in the process. And I tried to heal somebody else, but had to remember I can't be healing at the same time trying to heal them. I'm not God. And I didn't know that all these years. I went through horrible things with people, and it was just a pattern. But this took the icing off the cake. Like, and a lot of people always say, you so strong, but nobody was there to pick me up.
You had to pick yourself up.
And I shut myself out away from a whole lot of people. I didn't communicate. I didn't want to answer the phone. If I did, I was crying. I was frustrated. I didn't really want to communicate. Like, my grandma would call, I wouldn't answer. My mom would call, I wouldn't answer. It got to the point where my mom was just popping up and coming upstairs like, what's wrong? What happened? And I don't know, like...
Did you eventually tell your mom what was going on?
It wasn't even
situation?
I told her. She figured something because me and my mom are like really, really close. And me, her, and my son, she was like, come on, let's go to the store. And my eye had not healed. And so I didn't know like what to do. And it was dark. And so I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go throw on some glasses. But I had been through a situation like this right after I had my son, like right after high school. And so it was like a triggering thing from my mom. And so when I was walking up to her car, she was like, why you got glasses on your eyes? Like, what's wrong with your face? She kept saying that. And I was like, nothing. Like, I'm good, nothing. I'm like, I fell. Like, I lied about it. I really did. I lied about it. And my son didn't even know. 'Cause all I did every day was just be in my room, and I would just keep my face turned. Like, so he couldn't see my eye. And I would be like, don't come over here. Or I would make sure that the door was locked. And if he was coming in, I would make sure, like, you know, it was just certain things I was doing so he didn't see, because my son was like, he liked her.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't want him to not like her. I didn't want my family to not like her or even to know anything bad about her, because to everybody, she was just this sweet person, and they realized, like, you're always at her house, you're always with her. And every time I was out, I was always buying something for her daughter, like, literally all the time. So it was just, she knew. And she was just like, I love my mom, but she a May Gemini. She was like, you better tell her to keep her hands to herself. And I was like, Mom, what you talking about?
She knew.
And she was
exactly.
like, you heard what I said. And I just was like, Mom, you crazy. Like, but I knew at that moment, because my mom had seen me go through so much being gay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, ever since I came out about this, I'm always fighting women. But the difference was this time I got hit and I didn't hit nobody back.
Yeah.
And so for her, it was just like, why are you dealing with this? You don't have to. She said, you done came so far. Like, you doing so well with your life. Like, why?
Yeah.
And I was like, I love her. And I feel like she really don't mean no harm. I came up with every excuse I could, even with my friends. And they was like, girl, you gonna make every excuse until you can't make an excuse no more. And so I really just, it dawned on me after that last time, and I seen her, and I was just like, at that moment, I just knew it was just not for me. But God was letting me know, hey, it took you going through this. What else is it going to take? And this, for me, it made me say no more relationships, no more nothing. And I put myself first. And I feel good about it. You know, I have my days, but I'm telling you, it's a hard road.
Yeah.
It's very much so hard.
Yes, the healing process is never easy. And the healing process is continuous. It's not just, oh, I'm healed, and you still going to have those memories and those triggers, you know. But you got to stay steadfast and got to keep your eye on the prize, which is you. Mm-hmm. You are the prize. So you got to continue to put yourself first, like you said. And I seen you post on your social media, you're choosing peace over chaos. Go ahead and expound on that a little bit and what that means to you.
I'm choosing to not argue. I'm choosing to, if you want to bash me, bash me.
Yeah.
If you feel how you feel about me and you heard something, believe it. Like, I just don't care anymore. Like, I know who I am. I know who I'm supposed to be. I know what I've worked hard for. I know the truth about who I am. And I'm tired of trying to prove it to people, because that's all I ever did. And so it's just me choosing that over that, because me responding ain't gonna do nothing but piss you off, because I'm gonna come with facts and you gonna be trying to prove yourself when it's already here. And I'll go back and forth with you all day because you lying about me or lying on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't want to do that no more. I don't really care.
Yeah.
If you feel how you feel it. Mm-hmm. If you don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. Fuck you. That's really just how I feel. Like,
yeah, you gotta let people do what they want to do. Let them be what they want. Let them.
Right. Like, I'm not losing no sleep.
Yeah.
But one thing you can't say is I'm out here passing my shit around to he, her, she. No, I'm not. I'm put up.
Yeah.
And that's what it should have been a long time ago. And if I wasn't with my person, I wasn't with nobody. So I'm over it. I mean, I have dipped and dabbed before. I have going through stuff, breakups and stuff like that. But I don't care no more.
Okay. So what is next for this new chapter in your life? I know you got something brewing.
I am with child. So, yes, I inseminated. I chose me. I felt like I've been waiting to do this for years. And I'm doing it by myself, which is the hardest part. Going through morning sickness, like doing appointments by yourself. It's hard, but I love every bit of it. I do wish that I could have did it with somebody, but God, I'm telling you, like I attempted to do it with 2 marriages. It worked, but then God was like, nope. Like, I miscarried. So this time, I'm staying still, away from drama, away from negativity. If you don't got nothing good to say, I don't want to be around it. Like, I'm just steering away from what's not for me. Yeah. Friendships and all. Like, I'm steering away from it. And I'm okay with that. Like, I love the support system that I do have. And I appreciate everybody that is here for me, that's really here for me. And not faking, acting like they want to be there or gonna say they gonna be there. Because I know I'm a really good mom. Like, and I go to hell and back for mine. So, yeah. That's where we're at right now. I want these months to speed up, though. I want them to speed up so I can hold my baby. So I could just love on my kids and just enjoy life. But, yeah.
So, are you hoping for a boy or a girl?
I want a girl.
You want a girl?
Yeah.
And give all your love. All your love that you know is going to be returned back to you.
Yes.
To this little girl. Hopefully that you have a little girl. Mm-hmm. And I'm wishing you all the peace and blessings with this pregnancy, a safe pregnancy.
Yes.
And tell everybody where they could find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at JBJuneBaby with an I. TikTok, same thing. Big O, same thing. Yeah. Y'all tune in because I'm posting my journey. The whole thing, I post my appointments, whatever, yeah. All there, music and everything too.
Okay. Well, y'all, this has been another episode of Quantity Radio. Make sure y'all go follow on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. Like, comment, follow all that good stuff. And make sure you go follow June Baby on her socials as well. Give her some support and encouraging words. And that has been another episode of Quantity Radio, y'all. We out.